Dylan Magnuson, the 28 car, to the inside of row 2, the 12K. Eric Knutson to the outside. Jay DeVries in the 8J to the inside of row 3. Zach Weir in the 61W to the outside. And Justin Frederick out of Cleghorn in the 83X starts shotgun on the field. The winner of tonight's Ross Tire and Auto for the A feature here tonight will win $1,000. As we are green, it's going to be Johnson leading him into turns 1 and 2. DeVries looking at the inside of Magnuson. Daigle up top, nothing doing. Eric Knutson, the 12K car, crosses over as we got them stacked up in turn 3 and 4. We will stay to the green flag. Johnson, your race leader. Frederick up to second. Weir, Magnuson, Daigle, DeVries, and Knutson. Black flag being shown to the 24D of Paul Daigle. He will be black flag here for this heat race. Hopefully we see him back for the feature. Johnson with a commanding lead here in the 49 car. Frederick, Weir, Magnuson, DeVries, and Knutson, your running order. Two laps to go here for your Ross Tire and Auto Heat Race number 1 for your IMCA Wild Things Hobby Stocks. Still no change in your running order. Still Johnson, Frederick, Weir, Magnuson, DeVries, and Knutson as a white flag comes out this time by for the 49 of James Johnson. Heavy body damage to the 8J of Jay DeVries' Hobby Stock. But as they come off turn 4, the 49, James Johnson, your heat race winner. Justin Frederick picks up second. Zach Weir third. Dylan Magnuson fourth. Jay DeVries rounding out your top 5. And Eric Knutson, your field. Mike Swain to the inside of row 2. The 007 car to the outside. That is Matt Schulte out of Hull, Iowa in the 44. Craig Brotherton, the 45E car to the inside of row number 3. And to the outside, driving the 11S car out of Lamar's, Iowa. That is the Jimmy Squibb car, Kenny Cakebread in the 11S. Mike Smith out of Lake City, Iowa, the 22 car, starts shotgun on the field. Green off turn number 4. We are underway with heat race number 2. Here for your Ross Tire and Auto IMCA Wild Things Hobby Stocks. Bargloff going to cross over Pontius and gets the race lead. As they get a little loose in turns 3 and 4, Bargloff with the race lead. He'll lead lap number 1. Pontius in second. Brotherton, Mike Smith moving through the field. Swain and Schulte. Jimmy Squibb Memorial here tonight at the Buena Vista Raceway, and troubles for the 11S car. Losing power in turns 1 and 2, trying to make it off the track. Kenny Cakebread makes it off the track in the 11S car. He will go pit side. We hope to see the 11S out for feature time as Bargloff still your race leader in car 45. Pontius up the hill in the 15. Here comes Brotherton sliding in front of him for that second place spot. Mike Smith in there at the top 4 as well. Smith digs to the bottom side of the raceway. It's off the raceway. Is the 15 of Pontius. Here he comes back out on the track. We will stay green with 2 laps to go. Brotherton looking to take a bite out of the lead, though, from the 45 of Bargloff. A couple of 45 cars going at it for the race lead. Mike Smith waiting in the shadows in the 22 car. Schulte and Swain, your top 5. White flag in the air. One more lap here at the Buena Vista Raceway for heat race number 2. Bargloff dives down to the bottom. Brotherton gets a better run up top. Bargloff tries to slide in front of him, cannot do so. Brotherton with the advantage into turn 3. Smith up top as Mike Swain pulls into the work area in the 007. Checkered flag coming out, though, for the 45B of Craig Brotherton. Bargloff hanging on to second over the 22 of Mike Smith. Matt Schulte in 4th. And it looks like the 15 car, Cody Pontius, will round out your top 5. Here for the Jimmy Squibb Memorial tonight, Kelvin Lansing out of Primgar, the 83L starts on the pole. Brandon Nielsen, the T8 to the outside. Curtis Modison, the 11K to the inside of row 2. Adam Hensel in the 7H to the outside. Dayton Ulrich in the 01U2 to the inside of row 3. Junior Chin in the 3B to the outside. And Derek Bargloff in the 3 start shotgun on the field. Your third and final heat race here tonight for your Ross Tire and Auto IMCA Wild Things Hobby Stocks. As Lancic takes the lead, Bodison, Nielsen, and Hensel throw a blanket on him. From second on back, Dayton Ulrich in there as well. As Curtis Bodison problems for the 11K car as he slows coming off turn number 4. Gonna try to make it into the infield so he can stay green. Lansing with your race lead. Brandon Nielsen after going upside down in turns 3 and 4. In last week's A main, currently running second. Hensel, Ulrich, and Bargloff. Hensel trying to take a peek to the inside quarter panels, now side by side with a T8 of Brandon Nielsen. Nielsen slides to the corner, up from the middle to the tie side. Hensel will follow as they're still side by side for that second place spot. Ulrich right behind him in 4th. Bargloff rounding out that is Junior Chin in the 3B rounding out the field. Green flag high in the air. Lansing, 2 laps to go for him. Nielsen, Hensel, Ulrich, and Chin. White flag coming out this time for Lansing, as he has a commanding lead here in heat race number 3. Nielsen has the wheels turned all the way to the right through turns 1 and 2, but hangs on to second. Hensel loses a little bit of ground in 3rd. As he comes through turns 3 and 4, though, Kelvin Lansing, he'll see the checkered and be your heat race winner. Too close for me to call at the line between Hensel and Nielsen. Honoring a man who loved hobby stock racing, ran here frequently in other tracks in the area. We remember him and honor him tonight. This is your starting lineup for your hobby stock A feature for the Jimmy Squibb Memorial. Starting on the pole is going to be the 49 of James Johnson, to the outside, the 61W of Zach Weir. Inside of row 2, that is Mike Smith in car 22, to the outside, Calvin Lansing in the 83L. Dylan Magnuson, the 28 car, to the inside of row 3, to the outside, the 45 car, Drew Bargloff. Inside of row number 4, the 01 U2 of Dayton Ulrich, to the outside, the 7H of Adam Hensel. Justin Frederick, the 83X, the 45E, Craig Brotherton, row number 5. Matt Schulte, Brandon Nielsen, row 6. Jay DeVries, Cody Pontius, the 15, row 7. Junior Chin, Eric Knudsen, row 8. Kenny Cakebread and Curtis Bonison, row number 9. Daigle, Swain, Bargloff, Fitzpatrick, Schilling, and Briggs as we come to green. Three wide and a turn number 1 here for the Jimmy Squibb Memorial. $1,000 to win. Hobby Stock A feature. The 49 of James Johnson is your race leader in turns 3 and 4. Mike Smith hot on his heels. Zach Weir, the 61W, sits in that third place spot, 2 by 2 for your top 5 coming into turn 1. Mike Smith looking at the inside of the 49 of Johnson off turn number 2, now side by side for the race lead, side by side for 3rd and 4th, then single file on back to the mid-pack. Smith to the inside once again here in the 22 car. Mike Smith looking for the lead off turn 4. He'll have it by a half a car over Johnson. Weir, Brotherton, and Bargloff rounding out your top 5. Brotherton and Bargloff, 245 cars going out of here for 4th and 5th. Mike Smith, still your race leader in 22. Johnson takes a peek to the inside. Weir, Bargloff, and Brotherton as the 83. The 83L of Lansing rounding out your top 6. Magnuson, Bonison, and Nielsen, followed by Jay DeVries, Dylan Fitzpatrick. As Mike Smith starting to walk away here in this feature in the 22 car. Brotherton and Bargloff still battling for 4th and 5th, trying to catch the back bumper of the 61W of Weir. Oh, trouble for Bargloff as he gets shuffled back. Here comes Lansing into the top 5. Lansing running 5th now in the 83L. Bargloff back to 6th. Magnuson right on his back bumper, followed by Bonison, Nielsen, and Jay DeVries. We're looking to the outside of Brotherton for that 3rd place spot. A little bit squirrely off turn 4, but no harm, no foul. As Mike Smith still checked out here in this A feature event. Nick Schilling a little sideways through turns 3 and 4, gathers it back up. As we still remain lean, mean, and green. Troubles for the 11B car of Kenny Cakebread, the Jimmy Squibb car, up in smoke and pulls into the infield. Mike Smith still your race leader, 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. For 4th, 5th, and 6th between Weir, Bargloff, and Lansing. Magnuson there as well as Brotherton looks to the outside for 2nd from the 49 of your pole sitter, James Johnson. Side by side battle off of 4. As Lansing hits the outside wall on the front stretch, gets on the brakes and goes around in turns 1 and 2. 83L of Lansing going around. Caution flag coming out for the 83L. Lansing a little loose off to turn number 4. Hit the front stretch retaining wall. Got squirrely contact with Magnuson, the 28 car. And then going around at the bottoms of turns 1 and 2. That takes place here next week, Wednesday, along with the Kyle Sutter Memorial. So a few drivers getting some seat time here before the Madness Tour. Green flag comes off at turn number 4. Mike Smith still your race leader. Bonison pushes through turns 1 and 2 in the mid-pack. Jay DeVries, great run off turn 2. As Mike Smith still your race leader. Brotherton, Johnson, Bargloff, and Magnuson now your top 5. Single file through your top 5 until you get to 4th. Then 2x2 racing back behind them. Sylvester out on the raceway getting some hot laps in. And Sylvester will be told to pull it in. Smith, Brotherton, Johnson, Bargloff, Magnuson. Great battle back behind them. Brandon Nielsen, Zach Weir, Jay DeVries, Bonison, and Briggs. 3 wide down the front stretch into turn number 1. Jay DeVries through the middle, sliding up the racetrack now. Weir car pushing in the 61W, still 3 wide. Weir car in the middle between Nielsen and Schilling. As they come off turn 4. Bargloff working to the inside of Johnson through 1 and 2 now for that 3rd place spot. Johnson battles back on the top side. Magnuson behind them. Jay DeVries making his way to the field. DeVries started 13th. He is running in that 6th place position. Nielsen and Schilling behind him. Great racing so far here for your main event for the Jimmy Squibb Memorial presented by A&A Automotive. 3 laps to go for the 22 car driver out of Lake City, Iowa, Mike Smith. Bargloff again to the inside of Johnson for 3rd. Johnson still too strong on that top side. Magnuson trying to mount a run as well. Green flag will wave this time by 2 laps to go for the 22. Bargloff drives it in a little harder this time through turns 1 and 2. Has to get on the binders to avoid contact with the 49. As they come off turn number 4, the white flag in the air. One more time around the Buena Vista Raceway for Mike Smith. Smith trying to hang on for 1,000 to win here tonight for the makeup feature for the Jimmy Squibb Memorial presented by A&A Automotive. Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Matt Stubbe double checkered in hand. They'll wait for the 22 of Mike Smith. Mike Smith, your winner here tonight at $1,000 richer. Your first main event winner here tonight for the 6th annual Jimmy Squibb Memorial presented by A&A Automotive. He'll climb out of the car, put the hat on. Mike, you're no stranger to victory lane, but how much does this win here for the Jimmy Squibb Memorial mean to you?
It means a lot. I won it last year, and I just can't thank them enough for putting this race on every year. It's just one heck of a race to win.
You got the jump on that green flag that you just needed to put yourself to the front. How fun is it racing with a bunch of competitive cars here in this hobby stock class?
Good. I knew I had to get in front of Jimmy there because I knew if he found the line, it was going to be really hard to pass him. But I was able to get behind him right away, and I didn't have to look back after that.
So once again, 2 years in a row, your A-feature winner for the Jimmy Squibb Memorial. Let him hear you, Buena Vista Raceway, and Mike Smith for your Ross Tire and Auto IMCA Wild Things Hobby Stocks.